Welcome to our school, Piotr Szembek Gimnazjum number 22, with integrational classes in Warsaw. We would like to present life here. We hope you will enjoy it. The 1st of September in Poland is a very important day. It's difficult to say if it's happy or sad. I believe that it depends on who you ask. On that day, we officially finish holidays and begin new school year. It's also celebrated in our school. We meet again after 2 months of break, and students who start learning in our school meet their form teachers. This date is also important in Polish history. Every year we remind ourselves events that happened in the 1939 and resulted in beginning of the Second World War.
On the 10th of September 2016, Amnesty International awarded us the title Human Rights Friendly School. It was an international project which was organized for the first time, and only 5 schools from Poland were engaged in it. So I think we can say that we are a rather exclusive group. We received the stature of Human Rights Friendly School after taking part in 2 years international project conducted by Amnesty International and Warsaw Center of Social International Innovation and Training, as well as Polish school where were representatives from Italy, Ireland and Portugal in the project. Our ceremony was preceded with 2 days training for teachers and students. It took place in Białobrzegi, near Zegrze Lake. We had the opportunity to find out how to talk about migration and refugees and how to react to hate speech. The main aim of the meeting was getting to know each other, accompanied with great fun. The head teacher, or the queen, as we called her, was supervising team competitions, such as form a word with your bodies, writing a song and presenting it in front of the audience, collecting icons and forming the name of school with them or performing a funny scene. All managed and fulfilled task, and it was really difficult to choose a winner. Next sport game started. We were throwing balloons over the net. It doesn't sound hard at first, but they were filled with water and we were afraid that they can burst. In the meantime, a group of parents go down to prepare delicious snacks. We were tired, so we really appreciate it. We hope that bonds and friendly atmosphere will stay with us during 3 years of learning.
Our school regularly takes part in social campaign Fields of Hope, which aims is to raise awareness concerning terminal ill patients. Fields of Hope is an action that tries to gain funds to support hospices and educational and informational campaign about the problem. The symbol of these activities are daffodils, which we plant together every year, forming Fields of Hope, a reminder about people who need our help.
November is in Poland a raining and dark month. It begins with All Saints' Day, and the atmosphere during short days is perfect to reflections. It is also a period when our imagination is boosting and we analyze our life and draw conclusions for the future. This school year we had an unusual opportunity to take part in the Evening of Poetry. It was organized by one of our teachers, Miss Krystyna Choińska, who did her best to create an unique atmosphere. Students and teachers were presenting poems and everything was accompanied with melancholic music. It was an amazing experience and we hope we will be able to take part in another one in the future. One of the most important festivals in Poland is Christmas. It is a very special time of the year when we decorate our houses and streets. We also sing Christmas carols and try to be nicer to each other. In our school, we gather together, watch a play reminding us about events that took place over 2000 years ago. It is also time when we present our talents. Students prepare Christmas carols in different languages, English and German. After that, we meet with our form teachers. We prepare a festive meal and share memories of the past year.
We learn foreign languages, so it's always a great fun when we can use them in real-life conversation. This school year, in February, we had special guests. Our school had the pleasure to welcome representatives from our partner school in Grzel. We are really excited about their arrival. I believe that our program was very interesting. They could watch some of our students presenting their talents on the stage, in a play, singing or dancing. They also took part in an unusual Russian lesson about their town. It was also a great educational experience to observe workshops prepared by our teachers. Their main aim was to teach about culture and languages of both countries. However, the most favorite part of the visit was tasting traditional Polish cuisine, zeppeliny. It's potato pastry filled with minced meat. As we know, they were impressive and our guests couldn't forget them.
Healthy way of life is getting more and more popular. It's no surprise that this idea is popular in our school. We take part in many interesting activities, but our favorite are those which are different from typical lessons. One of such activities is Healthy Food Day, which was organized on 8th March. Students of all classes prepare salads, sandwiches, smoothies and many other dishes. They were very colorful and tasty, but the most important quality was that they were healthy and full of fruit and vegetables. After cooking, we gathered together, presented our dishes. Finally, it was time for the best part, tasting. It was delicious and everyone can wait for the next one.
We organize school trips every year. Last time, the school went to Tropical Island near Berlin, and this year we visited London. The tour took place from the 21st to the 25th March. The following teachers took care of the students: Ms. Joanna Olszczak, Ms. Violetta Stark, Ms. Mariola Sobolewska, Ms. Jolanta Prywińska, and Ms. Justyna Olszczak. Our Route 21st. It started with the icon of London, Big Ben, and Westminster Palace, Poem Parliament Square, and Westminster Abbey. Whitehall Street, we reached the Horse Guards Parade. Then we visited two famous squares, Trafalgar Square and Lancaster Square. We did shopping at M&M's World. We passed through Chinatown, and from Piccadilly Circus we took the tube to the National History Museum. Excitedly returned to the hostel. Next day we started with a visit to Buckingham Palace. Near Buckingham Palace we admired two royal parks, Green Park and St. Louis James Park. Then we divided into two groups. The first group went to Wembley Station 2 and the second one went to Warner Bros. Studio. On 23rd April, we started with a cruise ship trip to the Tower of London. Students visited all the main points of the fort. Then, from Tower Hill Station, we went to Kensington Gardens, where they visited the Kensington Palace. The day, we finished shopping at the Primark shop and in the gift shops. The next day, we sailed from Greenwich Pier to Westminster. They were watching for the London Eye ride, during which we admired the London skyline from the 155 meters. Then, we were waiting for us to visit the London Dungeon and Chinatown. The last point of the program was a visit to a British museum. Early in the morning, we went to the Greenwich Park, Royal Park, when the Royal Greenwich Museum is located. Through the park, at the Royal Naval College, we go to the DRL, where we returned the Via Lewisham Hostel when we were waiting for a bus that took us to Stansted Airport. At the evening, we landed safely at the airport in Monlin.
From 2nd to 10th of May, we were in Grzele on a Serbian-Russian-Polish school exchange with 8 students and 3 teachers, Mr. Michał Warych, Ms. Ewelina Oszkiel, and director of our school, Ms. Lila Fotagiec. We integrated with the Russian and Serbian youth. We lived with Russian families, learning their customs and habits. We quickly overcame language barriers due to the various attractions prepared by school in Grzele. We spent some time in the classroom at their school, and one thing was bothering us, the bells, translating by radios completely different from our noisy and annoying ones. 7th and 8th of May we spent in Moscow. On the first day we went to a ball called Ruslan and Ludmila in the Kremlin Palace State House. We were delighted by the splendor of the show and how professional it was. On the 8th of May, we visited Moscow. Unfortunately, we were not able to see too much due to the bad weather. It was raining with snow and it was very cold. 9th of May was the national holiday of Russia, Victory Day. We spent the day together with our families, and in the evening we met at festivals in Grzele. The last day was full of tears and regrets connected with returning home. For 8 days, we had time to live with students from Russia and Serbia, and it was very difficult to leave them. We didn't even smile at the perspective of returning to normal school life. With the Russian, we parted before their school, and with the Serbs in front of the station. Farewells lasted very long, and even our boys cried. At about 19:30, we landed safely, despite being not very happy, in Poland at Chopin Airport, where our parents picked us up and we had to return to our everyday dull life.
We remember that not only trips and festivals are parts of student lives, but also learning is important. It's especially vital for last year students. Every year, in the second part of April, they take final exams. They last 3 days and cover such subjects as Polish, history, and social studies, maths, science, including biology, chemistry, physics, and geography, and foreign language on both basic and extended levels. It's a summary of 3-year work and is important because the results are very important during recruitment process for high schools.
Being proud of our local history and being engaged in neighborhoods is really important to us. 7 years ago, our school took a name of General Piotr Szembek, who played a huge part in local history. We are proud of our patron, and each year we organize a school festival to celebrate it. It is one of the most performances and presentations connected with our local history, but the most important event is glamorous award ceremony, when the best last year students receive award for 3 years social work and engagement in school life. It is a very prestigious award and every student dreams to get it.
Project Festival is held every year in our school. It's traditionally held on 1st June. Second-year students present projects that they have been working on for the whole year. Ideas of projects and way of presentation are very different from each other, which makes them really interesting. Every year the level of projects is very high and they are really admired by audience. Last year we were impressed by some of them, and we hope that those presented today will be an inspiration for our younger friends.